Hello there, Gabriel Hoy reporting in again on part 5 of the Yad costume. You can see behind me, this is what I've gotten done so far. The next step, what I need to do is create a ball joint so I can turn in this thing. Because if I don't, the only motion I'm going to have with this is that, and the legs cannot bend. So what I'm planning on doing is creating a ball joint using ping pong balls, some tin foil, a lot of hot glue, and some fairly thick paper towel tubes. Now what I plan to do is wrap the ball in the tin foil. I'm going to cut this to about the height of the ping pong ball. I'm going to drop the ping pong ball inside, and then I'm going to fill up the entire top of it with hot glue. Once it's dry, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to repeat the process. Once it's completely dry, I'm going to slice that in half this way and remove the ball from the mold. Then I plan to drill a hole in one part of the ball and drill a hole in one side of the mold, bigger, slightly bigger than the axle I plan to use. I'm going to glue the axle to the ball, slide the whole assembly back together, and re-glue the casting, creating a ball joint. Then I plan to glue one side of the ball joint to this half, slide on the opposite face of this, and then fill in the sides with cardboard. That's the game plan. Wish me luck. Alright, I let them rest here overnight. And this morning I cut one in half. I said right down the middle to see how well it worked out. Look at that inside. Perfectly smooth. The ball can rotate quite freely. So, all I got to do now, drill a hole inside the ball, glue the axle in place, drill a hole through one side of the cover, slightly bigger than the axle. I got myself a working ball joint. Progress on part 5 was substantial today. Got done all of the U-bits that connect to the foot, and all the feet have that first plating of curve around the top, midsection. One foot is virtually complete with the side and top all securely glued together, and the wooden pegs that then hold the U-bits in place. And after I got done that, I wanted to work a little more on the legs, just to try and get one whole leg done before I work on the others, just so I know what it's all going to look like when it's complete. So this is what I've gotten done so far. Still need to wrap this bit of cardboard around, and when it's all going to be completed, it should look a little something like that. So all in all, a fairly successful day. Had a fair bit of help with getting that cut, curved, and glued down, so special thanks to my friend with that. Until then, it's 10 o'clock. I'm tired. This is Gabriel Hoy, signing out. Good morning, fellow YouTube. Updating on part 5. Last night's work paid off. I've got all the tops of my feet done, and I'm now working on the bottom sides of my feet so they can all be completed. What I have to do is, I have little wooden dowels for my toes, and I plan to super glue the dowels a little below center point, about from here to there. And once the glue is dried, I have a couple of paper clips I'm going to use as hinges, and they're going to loop around the axle, and I'm going to poke them through the cardboard. These little lines are my center marks for where the toes are going to be, and I'm going to poke it through the cardboard, flip it around, and then the excess of the paper clip I'm going to bend in opposite directions to prevent it from coming through. Then I'm going to glue it in place. And I got to do that for, well, all of those. And those are piles of 4 minus the first one. So, got a little bit of work ahead of me, but I got about an hour or two before I got to go into work. So, wish me luck. Just finished the gluing process. This is what it looks like from the back. From the front, all the toes have their wiggle room. Next step is to then take this and wrap it around the bottom of one of these feet, and the end process is going to look just like that. Fortunately, time's up and I got to get ready for work, so I'll continue this once I get out. Until then, Gabriel Hoy, signing out.